let's address this question before we wrap up, and it's a good one here from Miles. Is Bruno lack of dropping in the midfield an Ollie thing or a Bruno thing because it's really hindering our precision? Now with Bruno Fernandes, I don't want him to drop back, but we need to get him the ball in good areas. I don't think he got the ball well in good areas. I don't think that Matic or Pogba got the ball to him. I don't think they did that. I don't think they broke the lines to get the ball to him. That's what you need. It's similar to what you say about what we're saying about Sancho. It's all and well giving the ball to Sancho, but get him in the right areas. Don't have him deep looking to pass the ball back. It's the same with Bruno. That's not to say that Bruno shouldn't also take responsibility for his own performances, because I think, Bruno has not played well, maybe for the last 2-3 games, but he does come up with goals and that's what he does. But what I want to see from Bruno is I want to see him in getting the ball in the right areas. It's all about service. We talk about with the striker, it's about service as well. I think it's the same with Bruno and getting him in the right areas. And he's a number 10, Rob. That's it. He's not a number 8 for me. Don't put him deeper. We said this in a couple of podcasts ago that the further back you put him, that's why, as you mentioned, he's coming off at the 60th minute for Portugal. It's why when he plays with Ronaldo, he's not as effective. I don't think it's him and a Ronaldo issue. I think they're going to be a fruitful combination, in my opinion, if Bruno's playing as that number 10. But it's about getting the ball to him in the right areas. So, yeah, it's a frustrating one, and he's frustrated. You can see it, and I don't like petulant Bruno. He's having a bad game, and he's just yapping away, isn't he? And you can tell that. But you know what? Great goal yesterday. He's very, very key to this team, and Manchester United need to get him performing better.
I think potentially, I'll go against what you just said there. I think potentially it is a Ronaldo-Bruno thing. So this is why he gets pulled after 60 minutes, because he plays effectively as a number 8 for Portugal, and yet he's still kind of given license to get forward, to get into the box, to go and do Bruno things. We know what he likes to do. We saw yesterday what he likes to do when he's on the edge of the box. He wants to tee himself up. He wants to find those pockets. That's what he is, and that's what he does best. But you can see that when he plays for Portugal, there is a chemistry issue between him and Ronaldo. No doubt about it. It is a chemistry issue. And you might say, well, why have United bought Cristiano Ronaldo with their best player, who's Bruno Fernandes, and they've got a chemistry issue? Well, it's because you think you can solve that chemistry issue. So like you just said there, you think they'll work it out. Well, we're not quite seeing it yet. It was only the first game yesterday with Ronaldo. I think it is a Bruno question rather than an Ole question, because I don't think Ole is saying to him, don't do what you do well, Bruno. Don't go and do all those magnificent things that you did for me last season. Just don't do them. Go and do something else. Go and be number 8. He's not saying that at all. It's the connection, and it's the dots. It's where Ronaldo makes his run and about where Bruno positions himself. So just to kind of end it up here, is that in the first half, we saw that Bruno was almost like in the number 9 position, and Ronaldo was almost next to him. So they were almost like they were just together as a pairing. And you found that why did they do that? Because so Bruno could do the press and Ronaldo didn't have to. So that was why they did that. But it didn't work in the first half, and they had to switch it. And in the second half, Bruno was a little bit more roaming, like a 10, kind of going away. Cristiano was a bit more in the box. So like in the first half, he played more outside the box and to the left and kind of coming in. And in the second half, he played more as a number 9. He was kind of more in that role, which is why when he was in the channel and the ball comes to him from Luke Shaw, he can take one touch and score. It started to work itself out. That's a good sign. But for me, it's about Bruno taking responsibility for his own performance. So if I come and watch Bruno Fernandes and he comes off the pitch and I think, do you know what? Great goal, but you played poorly. I ain't knocking on the manager's door asking why Bruno Fernandes played poorly. I'm asking Bruno Fernandes. So that's something for him to work out with Ronaldo, because they've got to go to the training ground. Him and Cristiano are close. They're mates. We know this. He helped him bring him to the football club, Agent Bruno, and all of that spiel that was kind of put about in the last few weeks. But now we need to see chemistry. And there is a chemistry issue with him as a number 8 for Portugal and Cristiano as a number 9. It's obvious he gets pulled every game for Portugal. So obviously the Portuguese management are looking at it and going, well, it doesn't work, so we're not pulling Cristiano. So Bruno, you're off. And you see him mope off like this, 60th minute every time, and you think, if it happens once, that's a problem. But when it happens every international match, that tells you a lot. United need to solve that issue, but Bruno Fernandes, more than anyone, needs to solve that issue.